Hey viewers and friends, Andrew back again and welcome to another video, and I'm here to do a review of a really recent horror film that has been getting quite a lot of hype, quite a lot of buzz here on YouTube, and it's been one I've been wanting to check out for a while, and it is American Mary. So last week I finally got around to picking it up for a really good price. I've checked it out and here is my review. So for those who aren't familiar with it, American Mary centres around a medical student, a soon-to-be surgeon, Mary Mason. She's in financial difficulty. She owes quite a bit of money to her courses, and to repay her debts she decides to become a stripper. Promises of pretty big money fast definitely lures her in. So she turns up and expects to become a stripper. That soon changes when she gets involved with underground surgery. The surgery then changes to more extreme body modification stuff, and throw a revenge portion into the movie for Mary, and you pretty much have the film. So I really don't want to talk too much more about the plot because it is a fairly easy movie to spoil, so I'm sort of going to leave it at that. But essentially this movie is about Mary Mason and her entry into underground body modification pretty much. Did I think it was as fantastic and as good as all the hype? No, I did not. And I was overall pretty disappointed with this film, and I'm going to give my reasons why right now. We're going to start with the positive things about the movie, and there is quite a lot. I want to give props to the Soskia sisters. They did an absolutely fantastic job with this movie. It's extremely well made, got an amazing classical sort of opera soundtrack throughout, which works really, really well. They sort of captured a really sort of dark mood and atmosphere throughout the film, which worked really, really well and was suitable to the theme of the movie. The cast was fantastic, especially Mary Mason. She was absolutely phenomenal in this one, especially during the first half of the movie where her character was extremely well developed. You really got to know her pretty well, and you really sort of felt a lot of sympathy for the troubles or the financial difficulties that she was in, and it sort of made you really want her to get through everything and for everything to work out for her. A supporting character which worked really, really well, I want to definitely mention the character of Beatrice. She sort of had a Betty Boop style character to her role. She was fantastic. I really liked Beatrice's character a lot. The rest of the cast were really, really solid. There were no real weak links, although the Soskia sisters did sort of do a cameo throughout the movie, and I felt their acting was pretty weak. They're definitely better behind the camera. Really good script, and it was really well developed for the first half of the movie. Yeah, that's kind of about it. So the first 40 to 45 minutes was absolutely fantastic, amazing. You know, it was the character development of Mary Mason, her getting involved with underground surgery and then body modification, and essentially her revenge on a certain character in the film. So absolutely fantastic 40 to 45 minutes, the first 40 to 45 minutes. And I was sitting there thinking, wow, this is so much better than I was expecting. This is going to definitely be a 4 out of 5-star film for me, easily. Then something happened, and it did not happen for the better. A certain event happened close to the halfway mark of the movie, and when that happened, the movie pretty much did a complete 180 change and really went downhill. The first half kind of built up to be a revenge film, and I was expecting it to go that way, and they honestly should have continued down that path, but instead, after a certain event happened, the movie just completely changed course. It was clumsy, it was mixed up, it was a mess. Half the time you didn't really know what the hell was happening, and yeah, Mary Mason's character changed too abruptly, and yeah, the second half of the movie just absolutely pissed me off. It was a major letdown, very, very disappointing, and it was terrible. I honestly don't know what the hell they were thinking. Yeah, wow. So that's kind of really all I have to say about American Mary. I probably could go on a little bit more, but I really don't want to spoil too much for those who haven't seen it. But essentially, this comes down to a movie of two halves. You've got an absolutely fantastic first half, then a very, very disappointing second half of the movie, which essentially lets the movie down overall. I've got to say the good slightly outweighs the negative here. As I mentioned before, it's extremely well made. It's got a great cast, really good music, well edited, really well shot. But it's just the second half of the film really lets it down. It could have been a much better movie than it was. I don't really understand why it's getting the hype it is. I think it's a good film, but I don't think it's a great movie, and that really comes down to the second half of the film. I can feel myself rambling here, so I'm kind of going to leave it at that, but I don't know, thinking about it, I'm still very disappointed with how the second half turned out. It was terrible. But I'm going to give American Mary a 3 out of 5. I still would say definitely check it out, especially for the first half of the movie, which was absolutely fantastic. It's well worth the watch, probably even well worth owning, I'd say. But yeah, it's just the second half definitely lets the movie down. Very, very disappointing. So 3 out of 5 for me for American Mary. If you've seen this one, I'm definitely keen to hear your thoughts, especially since so many of you seem to love the movie. But yeah, anyway, I'm going to finish off here. That's been my review for American Mary. Again, 3 out of 5. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and thank you for watching.